at the stadium, for example, you see that there are so many sections in the stadium that you may not every section needs maintenance. So what the software does is to enable you to set up the different location you have in your building or in the facility, like this place, for example, and then you can then set up the equipment that you have in each of those locations and the maintenance operation that is required to be performed on those equipments or facilities. And then it's designed in such a way that periodically, when the time for maintenance approach, it can send out SMS and alerts so that you can quickly perform some operations, and to send those alerts also to the maintenance operators, those that have been assigned to maintain those facilities. So we'll quickly look at how to set this up in the software. And also the software has two versions. For those of us using iOS, there's a web version which I'll send the link now on the group chat so that we can quickly access it. Click on it, and I'll send it to the group chat also. So the link has been sent to the group chat. If you're on the group, click on it and it will take you to the web version. If you have opened the web version here, can you indicate? I'm to be sure that you are following. The link is sfmpro.cyclic.app. Now, on the web version, to access the software, it is required that you register. Depending on how fast your internet network is, it might be a little bit slow, but it should ultimately open. Now, once you launch the web application by clicking on the link, it will take you to the online version where you can register. To register is simply straightforward. You put in your username, your email address, and you set up a password. The password should be at least 8 characters. Okay? Just a moment, my network is a bit slow, so you'll bear with me. It's still coming up. So, apart from the web version, I think for all of us here, we've installed the desktop version on laptops. So, we'll be using the desktop version for this training to make it faster, to avoid internet lags and delay. Now, for the desktop version, you can simply launch the application. The name is the Stadium Facility Maintenance Pro. That's the icon. Click on it. And then it requires authentication. For the purpose of this training, we'll be using Unilag SPGS. I'm going to spell it UNILAG Did we get that?
No.
Okay, I'm going to copy it and make it bold so that we can all see it.
The password is
Unilag SPGS.
SPGS.
The username and password is the same. Okay, Unilag SPGS.
The web link, as I said.
It's, yes, you see, but it's the name. And then also, if you have the web link, you can also launch it if your network is good. Unilag SPGS.
A short form of School of Postgraduate Studies. SPGS. Unilag SPGS. password.
Yeah, the username and password is the same.
The password.
Unilag SPGS.
For the two.
For the two of them, for the username and password. If you have logged in, can I see your hands up? Yeah, we have 1, 2. Sister, have you not logged in? I didn't see your hands up. So if you have logged in, can I see your hands up? Alright, thank you. Unilag SPGS. That's the username and password. You can see it on the screen. Click on OK. Unilag SPGS. You add an S to this. Unilag SPGS. Okay. Okay, so let's copy this. Alright, so if you are logged in, can I see your hands up? Again, just, okay, so we're together. Now, if you are logged in, you see that automatically there's an alert, depending on your system configuration and date, there will be an alert that the following facilities are due for maintenance. That's because we previously set up the system. So, as I was explaining earlier on, what the application does is to periodically alert the facility maintenance operators that certain equipment are due for maintenance, because most times they may not remember that there is a very big facility, so they require, something to remind them. So that's what this does. Now I'm going to exit this, okay, so that we can see how we can set up the system from the beginning. Alright, now under the first tab we have there, we have file. The next one is setup, and when you see there is locations, I'll click on locations. Now you'll see that some locations have been previously set up. Under setup, it has two access points. You have the tab at the top, and then you have the sidebar menu. Here's your question. Yes. So I said you can exit this. Okay. Then under setup, or setup, you have locations. Click on locations. Okay, so you're okay. So under setup, you see location. So what this location is for you to determine the various points where you have equipment that you want to manage. Alright? So you set up a different location. In this case, we have SMBS set up, sports complex, arts complex, rainbow. I think we use the locations in Yabatech. Yeah. So and other locations. Now you can fully edit this, you can delete, and you can add locations specific to your own facility. Are we together? So we're going to see how we set up a location. I'll just click on, there's a button below there. If the location you want to set up is not already listed, simply click on new, okay, and then come to the location field and type in the name. Can someone suggest the name of the location? Anyone? Give me a name. Come again. EcoBank. Okay. Let's type that there. EcoBank. Alright. Then we'll click on save. So you click on save, you get another saying that's been successfully updated. You will scroll down, you see EcoBank listed at the bottom there. And you can also edit it if you made a mistake. You can select the item you want to edit. Okay, and then you make changes. Once you click on edit, the edit changes to update. You make the changes first. Let's say I type EcoBank building. Okay, I add building to it. Now click on update. And you can see that it has been updated successfully. So this is to simply manage. You can also delete an item and you can also search. So that's me talking about location. Are we together? So location is to simply set up the different locations that you have in your facility. The next one is departments. It's also located under setup. So click on department. Now this department, you're going to have staff, as you see. We're going to set up staff also. So in your company, you have different departments that handle different maintenance. For example, the staff that maintains the lighting will be different from the staff that manages or maintains the chairs. One will be in the electrical department, perhaps another one in carpentry and furniture, and you have different departments like that managing specific equipment, tailored to their discipline. So at this point, we set up the different department that handles the different types of maintenance that you have. So we already have carpentry, we have maintenance, electrical, mechanical, and the rest. So you set up this section to reflect the different maintenance departments you have in your organization. So I think that's quite straightforward. I can also add and also edit, just as we saw in location. Okay? Then the next one is staff. So at this point here, you can set up the different staff that handles the actual maintenance. Because by the time we start setting up the maintenance process, you are going to assign each maintenance operation to a particular staff, so that when the due date for the maintenance operation is approaching, the system will automatically send out SMS to the staff you have assigned to that particular equipment. Are we together? So at this point, we set up the details of the staff. You put in their name, their department, and their phone numbers. Okay? So similar with the other ones, you click on new, you type in the information, okay, and then you click on save. Once you do that, it will save the details of that particular staff. Now, quickly, we'll go to the next section, which is the equipment category. Now, this is the major, okay, not this. This is also important. The equipment category categorizes your equipment into different sections, okay? So you have heating and air conditioning, ergonomics, stationaries, mechanical category, electrical, and the rest. So I think it's also quite straightforward. The different categories for the equipment you want to maintain, you want to manage. All right, so we set that up here in a similar fashion. You click on new, put in the category name, and you click on save. Are we together? Is there anyone who does? Can I see your hands up so I can go back?
What's up?
Yes.
Like on each interface now, like number one, that's like so category ID. What?
Now the ID is simply a unique identifier to simply identify each. Yes. Now is a unique identifier and is automatically assigned by the system. So you don't need to worry about the ID, the category ID or location ID or any of the ID, because it will be managed by the system. Exactly. So you only consign with the name, the category name or the location name, and the rest. Any other question? All right, we'll proceed. Now the next one, after equipment category, you have a frequency type. Now this section is very important because this is where we'll determine how frequent or the cycle with which maintenance will be carried out. Different equipment or different facilities require different maintenance frequency. For example, this lighting we have here could be maintained, say, every 6 months or every 3 months, while other equipment could require weekly or monthly maintenance. So different equipment have different maintenance cycle. So this is where you set up the different maintenance cycle. So if you have a facility or equipment that requires maintenance every week or every 2 weeks, this is where you set up that frequency. So the first tab we have here, you have the daily tab, you have the weekly, you have the monthly, yearly, or as required. So it defaults to monthly, and at this point you click on new. When you click on new, you can then determine, okay, if it's a daily, you can say I want to maintain every 1 day, or you can edit this to every 5 days or every 7 days. Okay, so it is fully editable, and then you put the frequency name. So since I put in 7 days here, this will be every week. Okay, so you type in the frequency name every week. And then you click on save. Okay, once you click on save, then you see that it has been saved there. By the time you set up the frequency at this point, when you are managing equipment, it will allow you to select the frequency type that you have previously set up at this section. Are we together? So this enables you to set up what frequency type you will need at the later point. Now let's proceed so that we can apply this to the next section. Now, under Administration tab, we're going to have Facilities and Equipment. Can we see it? Facilities/equipment. You can click on it. So in this Facilities and Equipment, this is where you can set up the actual equipment that you require maintenance for. Okay? So what we'll do here is I will click on New, so I can see how we can set up an equipment. So I click on New, and then on the Location tab.
Sorry.
Yeah. You have a question?
Yes. After the frequency, where do you electricity service?
Now, after the setup, you have the next tab, Administration tab. Click on Administration. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Okay, to cancel. Or anyone having another issue? If you're stuck or you're not following, we are on the equipment form. Are we all there? Yes. Alright. So, to set up a new equipment, you click on New. Okay, for our participants online, we are asking, has the course started? You can see to hear anything. Please confirm you can hear us now, please. And then also, someone said they will get the software installed for those. Now, I've sent a link on the chat for those of us online. Let me see. The link is tempsend.com. My network is now. Okay, so if you can click on the link I sent to the group chat, that link will lead you to where you can download for those of us joining online. So please check the group chat, the link has been sent previously. And then also, you can also access the web version. Inside the web version, the link to download is also there. Alright? Once you register the web version, You can also download the desktop version from the web version. Alright. Now to set up an equipment, you will have to enter the location. Now one of the locations we set up previously was EcoBank. So I'll simply type EcoBank here. Once you type in E, or the first letter of whatever location you previously set up, it's going to come up. Okay? So the next thing now to enter here will be the facility description. You enter the facility description and other information here. I need to be logging. Okay, so click on new, select the location and the description. Now for this description, can someone suggest the name of an equipment to set up? What we have there, we have lighting, we have generator, deep freezer, solar panels, office printer, and US. Can someone suggest a name for an equipment to maintain? LG condition.
Is that the facility description?
Yes, the facility description. LG condition. Okay. And then the category, that will be another electrical. Okay. The location, let's use EcoBank. Okay. Yes. Category electrical. Oh, it should be mechanical.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to change that. Type mechanical. So if you type in M, you simply bring out the category name. Now, once you've done that, the next thing for you to do is to click on save. So you click on save, as you can see on the screen, it says database was successfully updated. Click on OK. And then if you look at the last item there, you see that it has been.
When I click save,
Yes.
it's giving me warning sign.
Yes, same here too.
Okay, what's the warning sign? Now you're supposed to select the category that comes up. Don't type it. Select what shows up there. Just double click on it. Hold on. So that's it. When you type the location name or the category name, it will bring out an option. You have to select that option. You have to select it, and that's all. Now once you selected it, you click on save. It's okay now, right? Okay. So instead of typing it, select what comes up there. Okay, then click on save now. So it's okay now. It should be typed. Guys, since you have set it up on that location before, you've set it up before, so you have to select what was set up. Yes, any other person have an issue? Okay. Yeah, okay. Alright. So are we together? Now, once we have saved that equipment, now the next thing for us to do is to set up the maintenance activity for that equipment. Alright, so now you see at the bottom of the list showing, you see listed there, click on it, and then click on the maintenance activity tab.
Click on what?
Click on the item that is listed there. Click on it first, the LD conditioner we set up. Click on it, then you see the maintenance activity tab at the top and select it. Are we together? Are we together? So you are going to see the check, the frequency, the courses, the operator, the assigned staff, Yes. Now, you have just saved an equipment. Now, select that equipment. Have you selected it? Just use the mouse and click on this. Where is it? Yes, click on it. Then select maintenance activity. Alright, you're okay. Any other person? Have you have an issue? Have you gotten it? Okay, so you select this, okay, and then you click on maintenance activity. You're okay. Any other person? Alright. Now, I'll assume that everyone is on the maintenance activity tab. Now, you see we have the check there and all that. Now, the next thing to do is to click on new. Okay, click on new. Now, when you click on new, you'll be able to type in. Now, this check, in every maintenance operation, there are some, things to check out for. Some default checklist that needs to be ticked. The equipment is not bad yet, but you want to make sure that those items in your checklist are checked properly and they are not faulty. For example, if we're maintaining this light bulb, one of the things I want to check is to see if it's the light is fluctuating, for example, or if it is dim, or if it is dusty, or if the knot is not properly, tight. So those are the checks that you need to, put it there. Now, this will be done by the maintenance manager because he knows what to check for. And now this will be sent to the maintenance operator. So by the time it's going for the maintenance operation, it's going to look at this check that you are putting here and make sure that he checks all those things and then submit his reports for each of them. Now, for LD conditioner in this case, can someone give me of the items you think we can check for maintenance operation? The filter, okay. So, if I want to check the filter, okay, so now this is check the filter. Now the frequency for this is anyone say every bi-monthly. Is that okay? Right? For every 1 month. Every 1 month. Now you see that we don't have monthly here listed. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to frequency type. Remember we were there before. Do you remember? Now the frequency we want is not listed there. So we'll go back to frequency type. Okay? And we'll have to create the frequency that we want. So what I'll do there is to click on new. Okay? Now go to the monthly tab. As you can see there. Now in that monthly tab, you're going to enter every 1 month, okay, and then you click on add. Come again?
Someone is missing. Frequency. Frequency.
Just a minute. My system is dragging. Let me quickly fix it. Alright, so I'm back to frequency type. Now in frequency type, click on new. Yeah. Are we there? Now, once you click on new, the next thing to do is to click on monthly. Have you clicked on monthly? Now, it says every 1 month. Then, on the first day of that month, or on the first Monday, at this point you can select maybe on the 6th of every month, or on a particular day of the week, say on the first Friday, for example, of that particular month. You select that option there. So once you select it, you can click on add. Are we together? Just a moment. Okay, notice that when you click on the monthly tab, it stalls. Okay, we're going to fix that, so let's not allow that to hold us back. But basically, yeah, we just click a frequency we have there. Later on, we're going to send an update that will enable us to create this. So this is just a minor bug. Alright, now let's go back to facility equipment. Okay, I'll select LG conditioner. And then maintenance operation, and I'll click on E. So the check we had initially was what? To check the filter. Yes. What's your question?
After selecting the frequency in the month, you try to click save.
Okay, let's see. So everyone moves on day 1. Okay? Then now you have to enter the frequency name. So this is monthly. Okay, so I think yours is okay. So you type in monthly. Okay, then you click on save. That will save. You can close this now. And you select the frequency, see monthly appears now. Alright, so on their own system, it didn't stop, so they were able to create the frequency. I think my machine had some issue there. Now, once you're able to create the frequency, then let's do this again. You check the filter. Okay, and the next one here we have, I'm going to select just something here. Let's say by monthly. Okay, and then the operator. Now this is where you select the departments that will be assigned to maintain this particular equipment. In this case, that will be the mechanical department, since it is LG conditioner. Now all the staff. Come again.
You have refrigerator and air conditioning department.
Okay, yeah, I think this is just an example. So we decided in class here that mechanical department will handle the LG conditioner. But once you are setting it up for your own organization, you know which department handles which. So you simply assign the respective departments as the operator. Now, the list of staff under that department will show, and you can then tick the staff, either one or more, that will be assigned to manage that particular equipment. Okay? Now, we have the check there. The next one is the courses. Now, what courses this for? Yes, your question.
What if you want to assign a new staff?
A new staff. Yes, so you have to go back to the staff. It's under setup. We saw it earlier on. So you go to setup, and then you see staff. Set up the staff details, and then the name will be listed according to the respective department. Any other question? Okay. Alright. So once you select the staff name, yes, the
For
question.
the check, if I have more than one check, I want to carry out on the LG.
Now, if yes, for the check, if they have the same maintenance frequency, we can put them all here. Just type it exactly after this. Yes. Yeah. After that, let me show it to you on the screen so everybody can see. So if the maintenance frequency is the same and the staff to do the job is the same, so you can simply after typing the check or filter, you can put comma, then enter the next check. Okay. If the frequency type is the same and the staff to perform the operation is the same, okay, so you have to, you can enter all the checklists in one go. But if it's different frequency type or a different staff to be assigned for maintenance, then you have to enter them one after the other. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
All right. So in this case, let's just say we have just one checklist. And the next one is what causes this?
It's not showing if I should select other names. Like my just showing no names and
Have you created a new staff?
I can see.
Now that's because Akishola Olufemi is assigned to mechanical department. Exactly. And if you look at the department assigned to handle this, you selected mechanical. If you select a different department, let's say electrical, for example, it will list a different name. So these are the staff that we set up under each of those departments. Do you understand? So that's why it's important you set up the staff in the proper department in the setup section. Any other question? Alright. Now, the next thing to do there is to type in the courses. We will say that we'll check the filter. What causes the filter to become dusty? Usage, normal usage, So you just type courses, you can see extended usage. Okay. See extended usage. Okay. Then the maintenance instruction, what should be done? Okay. For the maintenance instruction, at this point you detail out what you expect the maintenance staff to carry out. So in this case now, you can say change the filter. Okay. Come in. Yeah, okay, you can say wash the filter, perhaps. Now if the filter, sometimes the filter could be so bad that you might have to change it. So wash or change the filter. Okay. Now, once you're done with that, for the percentage here, you're going to simply just put 0 for now. Okay? And then we'll click on save. And once you click on save, we have the item there. This here. Now this is just one check operation for this equipment. You can see at the top here, it's showing LD conditioner. So if you have more than one check operation, more than one maintenance operation to perform for this equipment, you can set up all the operations under this section. So set up another operation, click on new again, and then enter the next check. If the frequency is different, and also the maintenance operator is different. There's a staff that will perform maintenance operation. But if they're the same and the frequency is the same, you can type them at a go, as we mentioned earlier on. Any questions so far? Alright. Now, let's assume this is just what we do for this. I'm going to answer this. Yes, your question.
Somebody asked the question, how do we add, assign staff?
Yes.
Last time we have, I can see
Yes. Repeat your question. Yeah.
I said, how do we have staff, more staff, to be assigned staff that's needed in case we want to do more other names? How do we do this?
All right. Now, I mentioned earlier on that when you're adding staff, you're adding them to specific departments. And when you're setting up equipment also, the equipment falls under maintenance under specific departments. So once you select a particular department, it will only list out the staff that's been set up under that department. So to do that, we'll come to the setup section. You'll see location, department. The next one there is staff. Okay, can we see it? Okay, click on staff. Then at this point here, you can then click on new. Okay, when you click on new, you put the name of the staff, the first name, the last name. You can select the title also. And then also you put in the gender, you select the department. Okay? Are we together? And then also you put in the address and then the phone number and email of the staff. And once you fill all this in, then you save it. Yes. Yes, you can also load the passport. Let's quickly fill one so that you see how it goes. I'll select the title, let's say Mr. Can someone suggest the first name? Anyone suggest the first name? Afis. Okay, the last name? Olakunle. Okay, gender is male. Department, let's assign it to mechanical department. Address, let's just say Lagos. And then the phone number, let's put in my phone number here. And then email, let's just put in a fictitious email, afis.olakunle@gmail.com. Okay, and then for the passport, once you click on it, it will show you a menu that says upload image. Select the upload image. If you have a picture on your system, you can select it. Let me see if I have a picture here. Okay, let me select this. It says the maximum size is 50 kilobytes. Let me select something less. Small picture here. Okay, let me use this just for the sake of this. Can we see that? So once you put that in there, if there's any other additional information you want to add, I will just put name here. Okay. Once you're done with all that, then you go to the system access. Now, what do you want the system to have access to? Let's just say we want to have access to the setup section, just check that, and then the username, let's give it Afis. The password, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay?
Sir,
Yes?
at least on that system is that.
At the top there you have general, the next one is system access. So just click on system access at the top there. Yeah. Now, once you fill all this information, then you can click on save. Now, I've saved just now, and you can then see that it says that service was successfully updated. Okay, so I have. A minute, I'll join you now. So we have the user listed, we have a fees listed as one of the staff. Now, your question. Yes. Now, under privileges, it's showing you what do you want the staff to have access to. You have all these menus. So you can then, anyone you tick, it means that they will have access to it, that particular item you tick. So you can check all, or you just check just some few items, depending on the access level you want to assign to the user. Yes, so you can now click on save, and it has saved. Any other question?
But I asked her, but she's free.
What's the question? You said? What the picture? You just click on it and you select the picture on the system. Is there no one having issues on how to upload pictures for staff?
For that setup.
Yes, now for the setup. Now, let me explain that setup again. When you are giving users access to systems, especially digital systems, it's usually based on you only assign what they need. You don't assign more than what they need to know. For example, if someone is in the mechanical department, you don't assign to them operations under electrical, for example. So you only assign items that you wanted to have access to. So it shows you a menu where you can tick. For example, you have the file, you have setup, you have administration, you have SMS, you have help. So you may want them to have access to setup and help. Okay? You can tick those two, and then you click on say now the username. You can put in the username. We use Afis, so you can type a username there, put in the password. Okay? Now if you see something blinking, it means that you type something. Are we together? Any other question?
Any question from
Any
the
question?
online participants?
Yes.
With these privileges, giving that particular staff access to resources, I was saying that apart from needing the administrator, other staff can
Yes.
have access
To the platform, if you give them access. Or if you want to limit their access, you only select the items you want them to have access to.
Thanks.
Any other question? Yes.
And the snap.
Yes, under that note, if there is any other additional information about this user you want to put in there, you can fill it in. If not, you can leave it blank or you just type name.
So
Yes.
after I was completed this interface now, we now click system access. So how do you do this one? The user's name.
Now, you type in the username. Okay, what is the first name of the user you set up? Olakunle. So you could say the username is Olakunle, you can type it. Olakunle. Okay, then the password, I set the password to the user. Just put in, say you want to, okay, then repeat the password again, confirm password. Okay, then select the privileges. You select setup and help, for example. It's just select yes. Okay, then you can tick help. Okay, then click on save. And that's all. Any other question? Yes.
What is it's now we are giving access to using system. So how do we
That's why there's a web version. Use the mic to ask a question.
What if the staff we are giving access to is not using system? Not a system user. So how do you person update
Yes. So there is a web version, all right, that can be accessible on a mobile phone. All right. So by the time you set this up, during the maintenance operation, because they have to send out a report. Okay, they can use the web version to also send out a report, and then they can also use SMS to send out the report of the maintenance operation that they have just carried out. So by the time you finish working on the web version, you'll be able to send out maintenance operation reports. Let's proceed. Now, once we're done with this, you can exit this staff form. Okay. Now, if you go back to your maintenance activity, are we there? Now, you see that the staff we just created, we listed. Now, depending on the departments you assign the staff to, you're going to see the name of the staff pop up as part of those to perform the maintenance operation. Are we together? Hello, are we together? Just a moment, I need to log in again. Alright, now once we finish setting up the facility equipment, now the next one is to inspect facilities. Now, the inspection of facilities can be done by either the administrator or by the maintenance operator. Now, to perform facility maintenance, yes. The question.
You know, we updated the new staff.
Yes.
I'm trying to, I assumed the person assigned to work on filter and insert or is on leave. So I'm trying to update a new staff for that role. And now I've come in now. What I'm seeing here is still Mr. Olufemi Adishitola. So I'm trying how the new staff we just added now for me to be able to change this to the new staff.
Okay.
And I'm able to do this.
Let's go back to your staff, please.
Okay. Case, maybe the person is
Yes, you can always.
to try to.
Now, at the point of setting this up, come back to this LG air conditioner,
Okay.
maintenance activity,
Yes.
click on view. Which department do you assign staff to?
Mechanical.
Okay. It should show.
So.
Okay.
Okay.
Send you an update on that. Alright, so we noticed that it's not showing the new staff that was recently added, so we sent you an update so that it will reflect the name of the new staff. Now, yes, we will send an update with it. Now, for the next one here, to perform inspection of facilities, you can then come to this section. We have the LG conditioner.
Sir,
Yes.
we are not with maintenance instruction. Please tell me about that, sir.
Okay, let's go back to maintenance instruction. We are through with it, but we only enter just one checklist. I think it will be best if we enter at least 3 or 4. Okay? Select LG conditioner, maintenance activity. Okay, now let's enter another check operation. We've entered check the filter. Which other check operation can we put in? Anyone? For LG conditioner. Compressor. Check the compressor. And then the frequency for this check. Let's say quarterly. Let's select biannually. I think that's the closest. Then the maintenance operator as a department. Let's say this is under this department. And then we take the user. And then the courses. What's the cost for this particular thing? Also usage or electrical malfunction. So if there's a power surge, for example, it can affect the compressor. There's electrical fault. And then the maintenance instruction. So I think each equipment has, specific technical instructions that they may need to perform. So you can put in that instruction here. Say check. And then you put in the detailed information. Okay. Then once you fill that all in, you can click on save again. And then that's going to save. Are we together? So let's enter another check operation. So give me another check operation for LG conditioner. Yes.
Now we're trying to look for another facility. The staff
A different facility from LG conditioner. Now for that percentage, it is the expected lifespan of the equipment. Okay, I just use 0.6 just sample, but usually if it's a new equipment, you can put 100%. If it has been used for say a year or 2 years, you can estimate the lifespan of the equipment and put it at 50, because over time the system will degrade it automatically. So that when it is due for replacement, you will simply replace it on continual maintenance for the operation, which might exceed the cost of you. Yes, question.
Yes, we have updated the staff.
Yes, so we noticed that when we update the staff information, it does not automatically reflect at this section. So we're going to send an update for that, so that the new staff we enter will automatically reflect. Any other question? All right.
You see the setup, you agree. We don't want to rely on human brain. In the moment you set up the software, you pick an equipment, you pick the inspection duration, whether like the compressor now it is to be inspected every 2 months. 3 days or 1 week to the due date. The software will alert you that the compressor in the cold room will require inspection next week. So be prepared for whatever you will use for that inspection. The beauty of it again is all these books, they have shelf life. Some of them will last 3 months, some will last 2 months. So you can program them into the software. All the box, so the box, the works and services in the director's office was installed or fixed on so date. The shelf life is 90 days. So the software will be alerting you when it is about to get bugs. That be prepared to check the bug in the director's office next week, when it is almost 1 week to the end of that period. So ordinarily, if you leave it to your own memory, you may not remember. And like routine maintenance we do, sometimes that's why we have logbook. We say, okay, we inspected and maintained this generator in posted A on so date. It will be due for another maintenance in another 3 months. You can plug it in here. You enter the generator ID, enter the date of maintenance, when next is the next maintenance to be due. It is the software that will remind you that generator B in Hollywood Posted will be due for maintenance next week. Generator A in Retos or admin block will be due for maintenance on so it will bring up flashlight on the screen for any time you open the system. And that keeps you abreast. And already, you have already assigned officer to do those work. It will send an SMS to that officer automatically that you are scheduled to go and maintain the generator B in Hollywood complex on so date. Now, if it is an office, because all those offices are going to be profiled and documented too, and the owner of the office and their telephone number. So if there is an inspection required to be done in an office, the software will inform the office owner that on so day there will be inspection from works and services, and they are coming around by 2 p.m. So be around in the office. And if you cannot be around, you can send a message across. So the setup is very important. If you don't know how to get, if you don't set it up properly, you know the garbage in, garbage out. If you put in rubbish, you get rubbish. Apart from that, when you go for inspection as maintenance officer, because already the system has scheduled you to go. You come back and write your report on the system. These are what I have discovered from the inspection, including costs. Then the director can access it from the back end to see what your report is all about. Look in the paper for all those things. The director can say, okay, this man has gone for this inspection, and this is what he can authorize that, okay, this amount of money, I thought it was this amount, and authorize, send to bursary, and you can print it out. You can print it out or send it online. So, it is good, that's why we brought the man all the way from Osun State to come and teach us firsthand. And if we have any question, we can ask whatever question we have. The beauty of it is that if this organization intends to adopt the software, that's why we have the web link. The web link can take over 1,000 people at the same time. So from different organizations, in the web link, you open for your organization, okay, Yaba Tech, works and services, then you provide all other staff on it, and they can access and make complaints then Yabatech can be using their own. Why Niger Delta Development Commission will open their own webpage also and name it Niger Delta Development Commission Facility Management Unit and profile all staff of Niger Delta Development Commission, all the equipment in Niger Delta Development Commission, and all staff can lodge complaint online, and the facility management unit will see what they are complaining on. And the software, because of the profiling you have done, we assign relevant staff to go and do inspection. The staff will come back and write the report of the inspection on the software, and the head of the unit can see the report that has been written, approve or reject. So it has streamlined the process, the workflow. When we were talking of performance monitoring yesterday, we said if your workflow is not bringing out the best, you need to design it so that all the clock, all the complaints, all the disturbances and hindrances can be removed, and the workflow will be very smooth, and the staff, the internal staff, can be happy with what they are doing. Thank you.
Let's put hands together for. So I think he has summarized the entire software, what it does, and what to expect from it.
Sir, please, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Doctor was saying that the director will have access to the software.
Yes.
I want to ask that how is he going to get the reports?
Now, as I mentioned earlier on, it's just that our network is a bit poor. There is a web version. So the web version is expected to be much more robust, where you can set up several users, and then also you can see the reports. It's on the web version. The desktop version is for small organizations, for office use. While the web version, from any location you can have access to it.
For example, the Work and Services Department can decide to be using the desktop version. It's within their office. They can interlink it by networking it. And when you network, what I'm doing in my office here, the other person in the next office can see it. And when that is done, if QS department does their own, the engineering department does their own, the director can see what they have done, advise whether to scale down the cost or increase the cost. Now, the major problem I expect to encounter with two people is this. If this software is to be used in our organization, you ask a question that how will people who do not know computer or how to use it? For every version of software, there is always an accompanying training. We normally, when Federal Polytechnic wanted to adopt it, the first thing we did was we scheduled, we scheduled a meeting with the Director of Works and Service, and we presented the software to him. And he now selected some key officers in the group to be trained before the entire community will be trained. But unfortunately, before the entire community could be trained, they changed the record. And the new record does not know about it. So if they have trained the entire community, then it will be easier to be in use, and those who knows will teach those who did not know. Then there is a manual that comes with this. There's a manual that comes with this software that also assists in remote operating we're doing online now or physically. So the caveat is there, you want to do it in your organization and you need training, just get across to me. We will schedule trainer to come down and train you. When we did the website of NIOB, we trained them for how many? For a week in Abuja before they now go out to use it. So if we are doing anything this nature and the management adopted this, then they will invite us, because they are going to pay, they will invite us to come and train their staff and the organization, the management on how to use it. Then customization will also take place. We help them brand it or customize it in the name of the management of the organization. But for those of you who are having first-hand interaction with it now, the best thing is to acquire the skill, get how to go to do it. For example, if you are in mechanical department, all your equipment for services and maintenance, you can provide them on this thing on your own. And each time you open it, it will tell you which equipment is due for replacement, which equipment is due for maintenance, which equipment is due for services, and that will assist you in your own work. Even if the general management is not adopting it, it can assist you in your own work.
Thank you so much, sir. Going forward, if we go back to our maintenance activity, if you're there, put your hands up. Maintenance activity. So I wanted to mention that on the check, it's usually helpful if we frame the check there as a question. So instead of saying check the filter, let's change it to, is the filter in good working condition? Because this is what the maintenance operation operator will see. So I'll just frame it as a question and say, is the filter in good working condition? Or we say, is the filter dirty? Now, once I make all these changes, I'll click on update. Alright? You can do the same thing for the other one. So just saying check the compressor. We're going to modify it as a question and say, is the compressor in good working condition? And then to edit, you select the item and click on edit. I assume we can all do that. And then you can change the percentage, as I explained earlier on. The percentage there indicates the expected lifespan of the equipment. So you can change it to 60 or 70 or 80. So just putting 0. Then you can click on update. Let's enter one more checklist. Let's click on new. Can someone give me another checklist for LG conditioner? We've checked the filter, we've checked the compressor. Any other thing we need to check? Anyone? The capacitor. Any other person?
For an AC system, I
Yes.
would rather have it subdivided into just two.
Okay.
The cooling and power supply. Those are the two major issues.
Okay.
The air conditioning. So as long as these two are okay, the AC is good to go.
Right. So, and we have to take note that these are maintenance operation. So we will not wait for it to break down
Exactly.
before we, so we have to check for those things that might indicate breakage in the future. So we don't wait until the AC cooling is no longer functional before we set it up. So there are some things that will precipitate AC not cooling. For example, if exactly. So those are the things that we should check since this is a maintenance operation.
Level of gas available.
Exactly. So let's go with level of gas as I told checklist. Yes, your question.
Thank you, sir. Rather than picking each of the components of that particular AC, is it not possible to just
Put them together.
at once?
Exactly. I mentioned it earlier on. We can put it together if the frequency is the same and the maintenance staff is also the same. Because, for example, if you only check, say, as an example, the compressor, say once in a month, and the filter, you check that one every day. So it would be nice to put them together. But if the frequency for maintenance is the same, then you can put them together.
Thank you, sir.
So we'll go and the last one says the gas level. Is the gas level low? So that's our third checklist. I hope we're all entering this on our system. Is the gas level low? Then the frequency for this check, we would say bi-monthly. Okay. You can be something else, but this is just an example. Then the operator, we select the respective departments. Which departments should handle the gas, checking the gas level? Still mechanical?
Yeah, it's a mechanical.
Mechanical. Right. So we select mechanical departments and we select the staff to perform this operation. What is the cost for the gas level going low? It's a normal usage or could be leakage also. Usage or leakage. Then the maintenance instruction, check for any leakage. Check for any leakage and fill the gas. Okay? And we put in the expected lifespan for that equipment. We put in 50 here. And once we're done with this, we click on save. Alright, so let's stop here now we can add as many checklists as possible. Okay, but we'll just make it just this 3.
Sir,
Yes.
if one we use 0%.
Yes, so later on we edited it to 80. I used 0 just as an example, but you can change it to 80 or 70. It's based on the expected lifespan of that equipment. Now, once we're done with this, the next section we'll go to is the inspect facilities. Now, at any point in time, you can choose to inspect the facilities, or you could wait for when they are due for maintenance, then it will automatically pop up as an alert, and then it will prompt the staff assigned to begin the maintenance operation. Now, the next one we're going to now is under administration, then you have inspect facilities. If you're there, can I see your hands up? Please, those at the back, can I see your hands up if you're there? Inspect facilities. You're not there? Okay, any issue? You have a question or? You're there? Okay. Yes. Under administration, you see inspect facilities. Under administration, inspect facilities. Are you there, sir? Okay, so if you scroll down, you see the equipment we're working with, LG conditioner. Okay, select it and then click on next. Click on next. So you can see that we have 3 checklists here, and it asks us the question: is the facility in good working condition? Is the filter rather in good working condition? So if you check the filter, you see that it is in optimal health, so you can say yes. Otherwise, if it's not, you can say no. Now, if you say no, then it shows the likely causes, extended usage, or if there's any other cause, it will show it there. And then it also shows the staff assigned to do that. Now, if you say you want to view the maintenance operation, you can click on view maintenance operation. And then the maintenance operation is to wash or change the filter. This will be shown to the staff that wants to perform the maintenance operation. Okay, so once you see this, then and the maintenance operation has been carried out, it has shown them what they need to do: wash or change filter. By the time they have done that, they can click on the button that says maintenance operation has been carried out. And it was maintained by the staff name, the date it was maintained, and then they can type in the maintenance reports at this section. We change the filter, okay, and then type in other information, and then recommendation, repair replacements. You can select replacements, and then you click on OK. So that's for the first checklist. Then we'll go to the next checklist. Is a compressor in good working condition? If you say no, it will take us to the same process again. But we can say yes, and then it goes to the next checklist. Is the gas level low? You will say yes. Okay, the question is drafted in positive. Okay, so that to make sense. So I'll just quickly click on yes. And it says all specified maintenance procedures has been checked for this facility, and then you can return to the facility list. And the last maintenance date will be shown beside the equipment at this point, and you can begin another maintenance operation. Now, if we go to the next item here, which says facilities due for maintenance, okay, then facilities that are expected to be maintained in the future. For example, if you look at writing, it says it should be maintained on the 29th of October. This is based on the frequency that has been set for that facility. Okay. If we look at LG conditioning, you can see this is the one we just created. So the next due date for maintenance is shown here. That's on the 29th also of October, and the staff that is assigned to perform the maintenance operation. Now you can also click on the button here to send reminder SMS. For this demo, we disable the SMS sending, or when we're about to deploy, we're going to be given it in the organization. So basically, that's how this section works. Now we've also designed a section where users can make complaints and send to specific departments. Okay, so you can select the department. Perhaps they are working by a facility and they see deterioration in an equipment. You can put in their name, okay, the complaint date, and then the facility that is experiencing such deterioration, and then put in the complaint, so that the person that is responsible for that will be properly informed, and they will perform the maintenance operation for that equipment. Quickly, the next one we have here is the view user complaints, which are accessible to the administrator. Okay, and then the next one we have there is the facility lifespan. Now, for the facility lifespan, currently it's not showing anyone here. Now, if a facility has exceeded their specified percentage, for example, remember when we were setting up, put in 80%, 70 for some, 60. Now, if the usage for that equipment over time has exceeded that percentage that was indicated there, it should be listed here so that you can be aware that facility or equipment has exceeded its usage and might need replacement. Okay? Now, the next one here, which is very important, is the regression model. Hold on, let me do the regression model, then you ask your question. Now, for the regression model, Doctor has performed an extensive research and has come up with a regression model that will indicate the general facility condition of all the equipment in your facilities. So what it does is that if you have gotten a standard regression model, and then once we plug in variables, the first variable here, X1, is a number of reported facilities. That is, how many equipment was reported as having issues. And then X2 is the number of inspected facilities. On one hand, X1, you have the number of equipment that complaints were made for, or that have been reported to be deteriorated. And then X2, you have the number of inspected facilities that were actually inspected. Then X3, you have number of repaired facilities, and X4, we have number of replaced facilities. So with these variables, it performs a calculation based on the regression model, and to give you a general facility condition. So in this case now, all the equipment we have in our setup, their general condition 69%. So if, for example, let's say it's an event center, and you want to determine, or a stadium, you want to use it for an event, and you want to know if you are ready to host or to use that particular location for an event. So by the time you come to your regression model quickly, if you have been using the software and you have been updating all your reports, you've been performing inspections and all that, then at any given time you want to know if you are good to go to host an event in a particular facility. So once you come to the regression model, at a glance it will give you the general facility condition. And each organization has different thresholds. This organization will say if the facility is not 70% ready, then we cannot use it. If it's not 90% ready, we cannot use it. If it's not 50% ready, we cannot use it. So in this case, it's given the general facility condition at 69%. So based on your own business, internal business policy, you can determine if you go ahead to use the facility or location for the event you propose. The next step there is the general facility availability. Now, for this particular model, it gives the availability for use. The other one gives you the equipment, the condition in terms of the lifespan, how they would fare under heavy usage. While this one is availability, and in this case it gives it at 69.945%. So that's the regression model. The last one there is to send SMS and the SMS settings, which, as I mentioned earlier, we've disabled the SMS for now, but if we are to deploy, we're going to enable it because it usually consumes units. Okay? Now, that is that for that. So, your question?
To add that, how do you impute the lifespan for each equipment or each part of the equipment?
Yes. So you go to the facility equipment under administration. Facility equipment under administration. Then you select the equipment you want to enter the lifespan for. Okay, once you select it, just cancel this process from the beginning. You go to the facility equipment. Then select the equipment you want to Okay, select it, then click on maintenance activity, then select the lifespan. You are there already. So select it, the checklist for the item, and click on edit. Click on edit, then put in the percentage. Now the lifespan will be automatically calculated by the system as you are using it. So the percentage currently now is the expected lifespan. For example, if this AC had been installed for say 2 years ago. Yeah, so let's say it was installed 2 years ago. So if you can calculate, okay, how long do you expect it to last for? Say another 2 years. So that will be 50%. Do you understand? So, but if it's a new equipment, you can put 100. Exactly. Then, as you are using it, as you are performing maintenance operation, automatically the system will be updating the current lifespan by itself. Yes. Yes, the frequency is different. It's selected there. You see every 2 weeks. Yeah, that is the ID. Now each frequency they assign an ID, so the system simply uses the ID there to track the frequency. Yeah. Any other question? Yes. Okay, we have questions online. Let's take some questions online. Please shed more light on percentage, facility, and equipment. Okay, as I mentioned earlier on, when you're entering the checklist, you can specify the expected lifespan of that equipment in terms of percentage. So if it's a new equipment, you put in 100. Okay, then over time, the system will automatically start deducting it as it's being used. Okay, then once it has reached a threshold, it will be listed as systems that are due for replacement once they pass the threshold that's been set. I think that answers that question. Another question? Yes. Let's quickly deal with questions online. So to determine the percentage, if it's a new equipment, it is 100%. Then let's assuming the warranty period is say 1 year or 2 years. You will know that the warranty period usually indicates how long the manufacturer expects the equipment to last, without any issue. So if the warranty period is 2 years and you've used it for 1 year, okay, so that means the expected lifespan could say another 1 year. Although we know that you can use it, more than the warranty period. So we can simply put in it's an estimate. It's not a fixed value. It's not a fixed value. So if you expect the equipment to last for 5 years and you have used it for 1 year, okay, so that would be 1/5, right? So that would be 1/5 of 100%. That would be 20. Okay, so you can put in 20. That's 80 if you have used it for 1 year. Do we understand? So if you have used it for 1 year and you expect it to last for 5 years, you can put in 80, right? If you are expected to last for 10 years and you have used it for 5 years, you put in 50. That's half of what you have used it for. I think that answers that question. Yes, your question.
Okay, I'm happy that Doctor is in seat. Doctor, sir, I want to ask a question concerning what he said here. I want to be clear, sir. You said if we are working in an organization, we should allow everyone, all the staff, to get access to this software, including the director. To my own opinion, I'm thinking for me to have been at this workshop to let this software make me unique in that organization. And I should to let this workshop, to come for this workshop.
Those people are
Myself, if I'm working in an organization, I'm here for this workshop. and I've learned how to use all of this. It makes me unique in that organization to discharge all of this information. Then when one of our facilitators was presenting yesterday, we also mentioned that we check those staff that have multiple skills to deliver. So these are part of it. I'm thinking I'm not meant to charge my power or to make it available to everyone. If the director know how to use it, others have know how to use it. I think you are more I don't know. So I want you to enlighten me on this. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the question.
One last
Let me ask the question, let me answer your question. I provided two perspectives. I said the organization itself can invite us to come and bring all their staff. But the issue is this, all the staff, because if we have a web-based and staff wants to complain about their facilities, they can go online and complain. And the person who has not been trained on how to lodge complaint will not be able to lodge that complaint properly. He can only access the complaint part if it's just ordinary tax. Now, for the works and services staff, they will be able to access some like profiling, inspection, and other aspects of the software. The director will be able to access that aspect of the work that the subordinate has done for his approval. While the bursary will be able to access what the director has recommended and has not recommended. But as for you, yes, you are a member of staff. You pay to upgrade your own skill. It is your own personal knowledge. Nobody will force you to come and train other people. But if your company sends you here, they may say, what you have been trained, where you went, come and train other staff. You cannot say no. You cannot say no. But if you train, you send yourself here and equip yourself, you may not be in that position to train other people. And that is exactly what I was saying that time. So it is, training is an aspect that follow software development. When you develop software, you should be able to train people on how to use it, otherwise it will be useless. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's put hands together for Dr. Motsi. So I think that wraps up the training for the stadium fast maintenance. We're going to send an update on some of the issues I will complain about, and I will get across to you on the WhatsApp. Now, our network is very poor here. I would have shown us how to do the registration for the online version. If you leave this place, I think I've sent the link already. That's SF. Let's see the link again, please. The link is sflpro.cyclic.app. Okay? It has been sent to the group chats, the WhatsApp group chats. So please make sure you register. You are required to fill in your username, your email address, and a password. So once you fill those in, you're able to log in and you access similar features as we have here, and even much more features. Yes, you have a question, sir. Okay, I will quickly do that.
Can you project people online? People online. My colleagues online, we have finished the training on the software. If you have questions, you can type it out, and we will answer your question as we type them out. We will give you the next 15 minutes to type in your questions so that we can answer those questions as we have attended to those who are here physically. Thank you.
All right, any questions for those of us presently here? Yes.
Hello, sir. Is it the email that we are putting other users in or our name?
Is it on the online one or which one?
Yes, online.
The username is your email. You see your email there. Is your login.
Having come to the end of the workshop, having come to the end of the workshop, the next workshop will be March next year. We have fulfilled our mandate for this year. FFO1 in April, AGM in July or August. Then FFO2 in October. Those who have missed FFO1, those who missed FFO1 can register for it in March next year. For those who have done FFO1 and FFO2, they have completed the entire course module on facility management. And you have the textbook proceeding the truth with you. It's your reference form. It was written in a very easy language to understand, with pictures and graphs and diagrams. So you always take those textbooks to read and refresh your memory. Last FMO1, we posted a video The video too will refresh your memory. This one too by Monday we post the video so that the video will refresh your memory. And if you cannot do the test now, after receiving the video, you can go through the video and use whatever you have gathered in terms of what you have written here or online and the video to attend the test online. So we wish that those of you who have not registered will go and register at www.ndfm.org.ng to become a member. It's just 3,000 naira for registration, and the annual due for corporate member, I think is 15,000 pounds. Annual due for corporate member is 16,900. And if you are admitted at a lower cadre, maybe associate or graduate, and you have done this workshop, you will be upgraded. You will be upgraded. Either if you are from associate, you will be upgraded to graduate. If you have done the second workshop, you will be upgraded from graduate to corporate member. And evidence is that you will have passed the 2 online tests, and the certificate will be with you and with the institute. So it is good we have acquired this skill, but don't allow the skill to die. That's why we have been giving you the alternative way of using the skill. Either use it for yourself or use it for the organization that you work with, so that they will know the training you have attended has benefited you and benefited the system. We will just wait. Have they brought the lunch? What go there? So we will just wait for the lunch, take our lunch, then bid ourselves goodbye. Mr. Femi Lumowo, you said you cannot download the stadium maintenance software. The link we gave is the only link with which other people downloaded it. The threat it was giving you that the software is unknown is not an issue. You just click on download anyway. Download anyway. When you download, because the software is safe. It is normal for anything that is being brought into Windows for compatibility to say it is seen as a virus. However, if you can guarantee the safety of the software, just say that download anyway. And when you click on download anyway, it will download. That's just what we have to do. Thank you. Yes.
The graduate member. As a graduate member.
Are you a graduate member?
Yes.
Okay.
Am I going to do the 2 online tests?
Yeah, it is important. We can only upgrade you from associate to graduate with 1 exam. Then from the graduate to upgrade 2nd exam. You see, within 1 year you can do everything. Unlike now, we that take 3 years for you. Where's the question? Raise up his hand, Abby. Okay. I can't read it. Samuel,
Yes.
there is a question that says, shed more light on percentage that is facility and equipment.
I think I've got my.
You've answered that. Okay? Then, how do I determine what percentage? Okay, say okay, well explain. For somebody like me that just registered with the association, at what level can I apply for the membership? What is your membership level at NIOB, or what qualification do you have? That is what will determine at what level you will be admitted. If you can type across to me your level, if you just go to www.nafm.org.ng, fill whatever. If you are not qualified for that book, we give you what you are qualified for. nafm.org.ng. I believe all of us have the software. That's what. If you have any questions relative to the institution, you can ask. Like the person online asked. You can ask. If you have any questions in relation to the institute, you can ask. But I want to appeal to members that are here. Yes, it is. I know you are not going because you just been inducted. A lot of people are inducted and they were going annual duty. Those that were inducted last year, like Okedu and his friends, they are going annual duty. As they went to the 20,000 for corporate is 16,900. The job program for federal is 22,000. You registered last year. You got please pay up your due. How much is the federal is 22,000. You see, we are spending money for this which we agree. And we are not being sponsored by anybody.
Sir, yes, you are right. Even more than what they now is. But the only thing is that in this batch, the dates is still last year.
And we decided not to buy another batch because we had bad trouble with your cost.
Maybe we can see also the brand, so that we this type all.
When next program, we don't have that again. Any new program we have a new band, it will be what people say they love this band. We can use another band. We can use
No, people like my life got off a
Still get it.
You're just the taking it down. And we know that it's taking this very seriously. Next program, we will have a new different set of and we will be rebranded now. And when we are doing the AGS, we also need to do the very, very well, like we are doing No, you see, in our AGS, we don't pay much. The last AGS, one fellow fee was 15,000. One corporate fee was 10,000. So what can you get with Houston? Everything, ADM is the people that sponsors everything. If we were class ADM, we were there. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, we start free on that. And you don't queue, they start free when they start doing. And a plate of food that will serve is more confident than 4,000. And we start 3 times: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So if we now say from the 15,000, we want to buy a bag of 30,000, how are we going to do it? But we cannot, why we are not increasing our fee is because of NIOB. Because the primary attendance is for NIOB. Now, if you now draw your money for the meeting, you said it is living things that will allow them to have money. We are very the last year home, we didn't collect cover for each year, it's free. Let me quickly ask, except you want to come for refresher next year, those who have done FMO1 did not attend FMO1 next year. Those who have attended FMO2 did not attend FMO2 next year. But there will be a new program on facility management next year that those who have attended FMO1 and FMO2 can attend. But those who are just coming up for FMO1 and FMO2 will attend FMO1 and FMO2. But those of you who have attended FMO1 and FMO2 don't need to come for that again. But there will be a new program, a new program next year for FMO. It will be called out on FMO3. But it will still be on facility management because the knowledge base in the industry is expanding every day. Like last lecture, last FMO1, there wasn't balance scorecard. Now there is balance scorecard. There is fast maintenance flow software. Next one, I don't know what to do for FMO3, but there will be everything for FMO3. And we hope if you could take care of 2 people, who have been trained so that you can continually upgrade yourself. So, but we don't want you to start wasting money. You've attended FMO 1, you've attended FMO 2. Now, the next will be FMO 3.
And